Microeconomics in Your Life, Econ 221 by Paul, Renzo, Angelo, Amira, and Jada.
The question presented was, are themed cruises likely to be more or less suitable as compared with traditional oceanic cruises? I think Michael Lazarev has it right with what he's trying to do in the cruise line industry. I believe that the themed cruises are more profitable. The average cruise line for a 6 day trip is 1,200 versus themed at 2,400. So it just goes to show there's more that's going to be coming with it, whether it be acts or having special guests on the cruise. That'll be fun. You're meeting demand for a particular demographic, fitting a specific niche for the market. Other cruises, they may follow suit. Superfan cruises, popular music, professional sport teams, and pop culture, they're getting into this as well. I do know that there are a couple cruise lines that actually do festival cruises. I'm an avid festival goer, so that's something that is definitely appealing to my demographic, and more appeal to a themed cruise line versus a traditional cruise line, because traditional cruise lines have aged out and people are looking for something other than the norm of just being on one and going to the different activities or events that they have. So I think themed cruises are definitely going to be a lot more suitable compared to traditional cruises. So the next question presented is, assume that someday you become the manager of a local restaurant. Would you ever consider borrowing the product differentiation technique of cruise ships for your restaurant? So to get started, we'll go over the definition of product differentiation, which is a marketing strategy to encourage the consumer to choose one brand or product over another in a crowded field of competitors. So similar to Michael Lazaroff, using the fundamental strategy, he was able to fill a niche with an idea for a themed cruise ship, and it turned out to be profitable. However, applying the same technique to a restaurant may not do as well. So in the restaurant industry, you're looking at a large competitive market. There's a variety of foods out there, and you are competing with all of them, whether it be Italian, Thai, Chinese, Peruvian. There's a lot going on out there. So finding the right niche, you're kind of just expanding with other ideas. A themed restaurant may only work in a themed amusement park because it's drawing in that particular demographic that may be looking for something of that sort. Adapting to consumer demand may be less attainable because it doesn't appeal to the masses. You're also, stuck with the location, and that being one of the big key factors. You need high volume, and it'd have to be full of tourists. I know some locations in the city that they do Halloween theme restaurant, and it may be fun and cool if you're visiting, but to retain those customers may be challenging. You're not going to have the same people coming out for the same food with that same theme. They may not be looking for it, or it may not be as appealing to them after the first time, the second time, third time. And then you lose your customer base. And then finally, the appeal is the draw for the food or the experience. Once you get the experience in, are you going to go back and do it all over again? You got to see what it was all about. You tried the food and you're over it. Whereas, other restaurants that just focus on one thing, they may be able to throw in specials in there, but they don't have to worry about the environment or what they're serving and what they're wearing, if there is a theme, or anything to that standard, I would say. So there's that.
How might the use of AI techniques to better tune platform services to end users' preference enhance the emerging big data network effect? AI techniques are those procedures which are used to enable computers to show human-like intelligent activities such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision-making, natural language understanding, etc. AI will be used in managing each data types in terms of identifying, categorizing, and decision-making. AI coupled with advanced big data analytics provides the ability to make raw data meaningful and useful as information for decision-making purposes. AI can identify data types, find possible connections among data sets, and recognize knowledge using natural language processing. It can be used to automate and accelerate data preparation tasks, including the generation of data models, and assist in data exploration.
The question I will be exploring is, why do you suppose that the largest cosmetics companies have engaged in bidding wars to acquire smartphone apps that can be used to match cosmetics to skin tones or to provide guidance for applying cosmetics? Due to the oligopoly nature of the cosmetics industry, the interdependent companies that dominate the market seek to implement product differentiation in order to increase the perceived value of their products and services against their competitors. These apps help these large companies to stand out by providing customers with product customization, in which customers will have tailored experiences regarding the purchasing of products and usage of said products. Moreover, the smartphone apps act as a two-sided matchmaking market platform that pairs the needs of the customer to the products of these large cosmetics companies, which simplifies and quickens the transaction process. The next question I will be exploring is, let's say that you have just been named the head of a small cosmetics firm. How will network effects influence the way you manage this firm? Key terms to understand regarding this question are network effects, which are situations in which customers are more or less willing to use a company's products and services depending on the number of people already using them, and positive market feedback, which occurs when a company's network effects causes their product or service to be popular amongst customers, which prompts more people to use them due to the number of consumers. Now, in regards to managing a small cosmetics firm, I will put an emphasis on growing a strong social media presence. This will allow existing customers to demonstrate their support and overall use of the company's products and services, thus exposing potential customers to the number of existing consumers. Therefore, by growing an online following, the firm's growing customer base will further prompt other customers to try said
products and services.
Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we hope you learned some